Hi guys. In this tutorial video, I will be showing you how to create neon text and shape effect. At the end of this video, you will be having something like this as your end result. First thing you need to do. Set your width to 1366. Height 768. And your foreground color black. Then create. Select your text tool. Set the font type to Open Sans. Font size. Create text. Drag your text and drop it at the center. Set the text color to 1651 BC and click OK. On a new layer, select your text tool. Set the font size to 98.85 and type your text. Select the rounded rectangle tool. Set the fill color to none. Stroke size to about 21.1 pixels. Stroke color BF6809. Make a rectangle around the text. And create a rounded corner. First link this together and set the corner size to 67 pixels. Try adjusting the rectangle shape to make it balance. Create a little adjustment by clicking on the adjustment layer. Select the solid color. And choose any color, then click on OK. Select the color fill. Hold Shift. And click on the last text to make joint selection. Then right-click. And select Convert to Smart Object. Go to your Smart Object by double-clicking on this. Select the color fill. Then delete. Click on Ctrl S. And then close this layer. The reason why we make the color fill is to maintain the image size. That is, our width and height. Rename this layer as Main. And duplicate it 9 times by clicking on Ctrl J. Then rename each duplicated layer. Rename this as Base 1. Second layer as Base 2. Fourth layer as Glass 1. Seventh layer as Light 1. And so on until you have all layers renamed. Hide all duplicated and main layers visibility. Leave Base 1 untouched. Then move to Base 2. And unhide the layer visibility. Double-click on it and select the inner shadow. Set the color to white. Opacity to 50, blend mode, normal. Distance, 10. Choke, 30. Size, 70. Select drop shadow. Set the color to black. Blend mode, multiply. Opacity 45. Distance 40. Spread option 0. Size 40. Uncheck layer knockout. Move to blending option. And set the fill opacity to 0. And click on OK. Hide this layer visibility and unhide Base 3. Double-click on Base 3 to open the FX style. Click on Style. We have a preset made by Mike from PixAView. We would import the preset made. To avoid repeating same step for all layers, click on Settings. Select Load Style. Then select the file and load. For each layer, there is a preset blending option. Select each layer and apply it. The result isn't visible for now. Hide the third layer visibility and unhide the fourth layer visibility. which is Glass 1. Double-click on it. Under Style, select Glass and click OK. Repeat same steps for all layers. Unhide all layers visibility to see the end result. Click on the top layer. Hold Shift and select the last duplicated layer. Hold and drag to group them together. Rename as Neon. Hide the layer visibility. Unhide the main layer and duplicate it. Click on the duplicated layer. Go to Filter, Blur and select Gaussian Blur. Set the Gaussian blur to about 8.4. And click on OK. Duplicate this layer 5 times. Hide all layers visibility. Unhide this and set the blending option to color. Opacity 50. Hide layer visibility. Unhide the next layer. Double-click on the Gaussian Blur Smart Filter. And set the range to 64.0. Set the blending option to screen. Opacity 50. Hide the layer visibility. Move to the next layer and unhide visibility. Double-click on the Gaussian Blur Smart Filter and set the range to 44.3. Set the blending option to lighting. Opacity 50. Hide the layer visibility. Unhide the next layer. Double-click on the Gaussian Blur Smart Filter and set the range to 176.2. Set the blending option to lighting. Opacity 50. Hide the layer visibility. Unhide the next layer. Double-click on the Gaussian Blur Smart Filter and set the range to 179.1. Set the blending option to divide, opacity 80. Hide the layer visibility. Unhide the next layer. Double-click on the Gaussian Blur Smart Filter and set the range to 240.1. Set the blending option to vivid light. Opacity 80. Unhide all to see the end result. Cool, right? Click on this. Hold Shift and select this. Hold and drag to group them. Rename as Glow. Unhide the neon layer to see what we've done so far. Hide the black background so as to add our main background. Click on File. Place Embedded. Locate your file and place. Check the description below to have access to the background and all other effect. Adjust the image to fit to scale. Hold Ctrl 0 for better view. Let's add a little adjustment to this. Click on the adjustment layer. Select Levels. Set the dark side to about 20. And the other side to about 235. Next adjustment. Brightness and contrast. Set brightness to about 100. And contrast to about 33. Add vibrance. Set vibrance to about 17. And saturation to about 38. And there we are with the neon effect. And this is our end result. Next step, let's add wires and update the smart object. To add wires, open Windows tab. Select Action. Under Action we have to load the preset wire made by Mike from PixAView. Select the wire and load. Click on the drop-down under Wires and select Wire Creation. Before creating the wires, click on Brush, and make sure the size is 13. Opacity 100 and flow 100. Select your pen tool and make sure you set it to path and start creating your wires. Click on this and make a curve shape. Hold Alt key to make a break, hold and drag, to make a curve shape. Hold Alt key to make a break, hold and drag. Make a curve shape. Hold Alt key to make a break. Move right here and click on play. And you have that. To make it look nice, click on your wires panel and drag it below all other panel, except the background layer. Duplicate if need be, as for me I will. Click on your up arrow key, and adjust it up a little. Reduce opacity to about 52%. Hold Shift key and select the wires. Group it and rename as wires. Repeat same step for the adjustments to make your workspace look nice. Group it. Rename as adjustments. Take a look at the before and after. That is how far we've come. Finally, let's update our smart object. Double-click on this and rename the text. Then Ctrl S. Close this layer and here is the final result. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe.